Hi guys, welcome to the month of March with your transformation coach Irene. I am so glad to be doing a March video. It's late, but it's here anyway. So I'm gonna make this quick. Our theme for the month of March is transforming your perspective. February was quite interesting because it was transforming your body and your mind. So I started off the month. I did a giveaway to two ladies that joined the No Excuses challenge. They really enjoyed it. They're saying they're continuing with the different habits that they got from the cycle, the program, the No Excuses program, which I'm super pumped about. But interestingly, when I was looking at my month, I also had goals to achieve and I was nowhere close. So in my mind, I was like comforting myself to say, no, don't worry. Two other ladies got the help they needed around their body and they were transforming their eating habits, etc. So it's okay. You can try again. And it was very interesting because a week before I started telling myself that I was drowning in guilt, I was drowning in, oh my gosh, I could have done better, I'm not serious with my goals. But life happens to all of us, right? There's so many things that can happen in a month that can change the things that we have planned for. Where I thought my businesses would be in February, it was surpassed by events and things and opportunities that opened up, things that I was able to do, funding that was availed. There's so much that happened in the month that allowed me to actually start meeting and seeing my financial goal coming to, like, I'm getting closer and closer to my financial goal, and it's exciting. But when I planned my financial goal, I didn't know I would be anywhere close. So whilst my finances were flourishing, my fitness and health was suffering to the extent that I saw my coach. I have engaged a coach that comes to do boxing with me because I wanted to try a new thing around my fitness and body transformation journey. And I was complaining to him that I'm not seeing any change, and he was like, Irene, how are you going to see change if you're not being consistent? You cancel sometimes the training sessions because you have meetings or you're driving to Marondra. There's a lot of things happening around your routine, so be okay with yourself. So why am I saying all this? It's because it's influencing a lot of the it's helping me explain the theme for the month of March, which is transforming your perspective. Before I had talked to coach, I was like, my body's not serious, my body's holding on to fat. And there he was changing my perspective and saying, Irene, but you're not exercising. So your body is experiencing something and then the routine changes again. So you're continuously changing and that's affecting how your body is responding to what it's supposed to be doing to help you burn the fat in the areas that you are targeting. The same thing with transforming my perspective around my fitness goals and just saying I was punishing myself, and it just took me saying, but you know what, it's okay, someone else met their goal because of what you contributed towards them. So I was like, it's okay. So why am I saying all this? Is because in the month of March we want to transform our perspectives. I was at a point, I was like, with the both experiences, I was down in a hole. Like, it was literally punishing myself mentally, only till someone said, or I said something to myself that I was like, oh, come on, wait a minute, actually this could change if I change my perspective and my viewpoint towards this thing. So that's why in March we're going to focus on doing a whole lot more of that, because I started asking myself, what other things am I not looking at properly? Am I looking at with the punishment eye? Am I looking at with just ridicule, or things that I'm saying to myself or thinking in my mind that are not supporting, that are not making me become better, that are not helping me to actually keep focusing on my goals? So that's what I'm trying to do in the month of March, continuously finding things that help us just change our perspective towards our goals, towards fulfilling, doing the things that we purely enjoy, doing the things that we absolutely would love to do more of. So what is a perspective? It is a particular attitude towards something, it is a way of regarding something, and it's really a point of view. These are the three different examples that I put around what a perspective is. So with that in mind, we are going to be transforming our perspective in the month of March. Any thought that doesn't serve you, any thought that doesn't improve you, any thought that doesn't inspire you, any thought that doesn't push you into action, any thought that doesn't make you a better person than you were yesterday, than you were 30 minutes ago, has to go. We have to find ways to continue to change our perspective, because a change of perspectives will propel you towards your goals. A change in perspective will propel you towards the things that you desire. A change in perspective above all will give you just peace. Peace above all. We're in a season, we're talking about mental health. So many people have taken their own lives, so many people are unhappy. But sometimes all it takes for me not to go down that rabbit hole is just a change in perspective. I'm not saying this is the case for everyone, but I tell you, the number of times that I've been sad to almost depression point of view, with business, with relationships, with situations, with home, with siblings, with family, with a lot of things, with finances, with travel ambitions, with business ambition, was just a change in perspective. But I don't want to make this sound easy, because sometimes it has taken me reading books. Sometimes it took, like I'm saying, my coach calling me out. Sometimes it has taken my mom sitting me down and saying, that's not on, that's not right, you need to do better. Sometimes it's my sister's husband who comes and he tells me something that literally shifts me into action. So it's a lot of things that come our way to help us shift our perspective. But besides, instead of us sitting and waiting for those things to come our way, we are going to go out and get them. We're going to go out seeking for things that help us change our perspectives. So this could be a coach, getting a coach for the area that you're struggling with fitness. Get someone to speak into your life. Attend events that help you just shift your mindset. Read books, talk to someone, share a problem, research. I know we're that generation that's so quick to Googling, what did she say? What did he say? Did she really? We're always looking about how to prove facts, but we don't do that as much with the problems that we're facing. You're currently thinking you're a terrible person because of what you said. Sometimes all it takes is just Googling to say what influences these thoughts, what influences that, getting a whole list of articles and Bible verses just to help you shift your perspective. That is very, very important. If we really want to meet our goals and continue to stay focused on the things that matter, we need to continue to shift our perspective towards those things. So some of the things that we can do as you're working on shifting your perspective this month is write down some of the things that worry you, things that you're constantly thinking about, things that you're constantly beating yourself about. Just write a list of those things and start saying, who can you talk to? What things can you research about? What things do you need to read a book about? What things you need to just share a post? What are the things that you need to talk to someone at church? What are the things that you actually need to talk to someone about? Like, almost look like you're giving someone advice when you know you're trying to speak to your own inner self to take on that advice that you desperately need because you want to change your perspective. That's very, very important. And then start setting small goals to improving. So you've realized that I body shame myself, so you start making, and then you go and talk to someone who's a body enthusiast, someone who's constantly talking about how nice their body is. Go and talk to them and find out how they do it. And then start setting goals to say, am I going to stand in front of the mirror and tell myself that, you look good? Or am I going to start telling myself that, you know what, this type of clothes suit your body type, so you're going to start adding more of those tops, adding more of those jeans, adding more of those dresses, so that you're continuously feeling great about yourself. But that's one example. Most of the time I struggle with staying consistent with a book to actually finishing it. And I say this month I'm going to finish all my Jan, Feb, and March reads. I can't take on any other book into April that is supposed to have been finished between January and March. So that came with me taking up the Project 60 that Afro Nomad twins were running with, and I was like, I'm definitely going for it, because it pushes me to read an hour every single day. So that's 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. And sometimes that's all I need to make sure that I finish a book by the end of the month. And because I purely enjoy reading, it's also pushing me to actually want to read more books than just 1 hour. So I see myself going past an hour on most of the days, but again, I'm only in day 2. But that's something that I am doing to shift my perspective. What are you doing to shift your perspective? Because your goals need to be achieved, but what are you doing to achieve them? Again, there's something exciting to do in the month of March. But again, before we close off, the verse for the month is Romans 12 verse 2. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what the will of God is, that which is good, acceptable, and perfect. This verse just continues to remind me that there's another point of view. There's always another point of view. There's my point of view, then there's God's point of view. So before you punish yourself, before you kill your dreams, before you kill your ambitions, always ask, what is God's view on this? Because it could be different from yours, and it could be the perspective you need to carry to become better and to actually achieve your goal. From your coach, have a great month.